Fade in on a close-up of a worn leather wallet falling to the pavement in slow motion. A photograph slips out, young soldiers in desert camouflage, arms around each other, smiling. The image freezes. They say karma takes too long, but what if karma rode a Harley? Cut 2, 12 roaring motorcycles pulling into a parking lot, headlights cutting through darkness like judgment itself. This is the story of a man who forgot what respect means, and the night 12 strangers taught him a lesson he'll never forget. Smash cut to a young man's terrified face, illuminated by phone light, hands shaking as he stares at something off camera. I didn't know, I swear I didn't know. A massive tattooed hand reaches into frame and takes his phone. You're about to learn, boy. Meet Jace Ryder, 27 years old, 3 million followers, zero conscience. Montage of Jace's previous TikTok videos plays rapid fire. Him pranking a waitress by leaving fake money, mocking a homeless man's cardboard sign, putting salt in a blind street musician's coffee, his laugh track playing over each clip. For Jace, people weren't people. They were content, props in his digital circus. And tonight, he was hunting for his biggest hit yet. Cut 2, a lonely roadside diner on Route 66. Neon sign flickering, Millie's Diner, open 24 hours. The parking lot is nearly empty except for an old pickup truck with a flat tire. It was 9:47 p.m. on a Thursday when Jace spotted his next victim. Jace's BMW pulls up. He checks his hair in the rearview mirror, practicing his influencer smile. His phone is already recording. What's up, squad goals? We're live at some random diner, and I've got a feeling tonight's gonna be legendary. He scans the parking lot with predatory eyes. Then he sees it. A middle-aged man, Frank Dawson, 48, is kneeling beside his truck, struggling with a tire iron. His right leg is clearly prosthetic, visible below his jeans. Beside him, holding a flashlight with both small hands, is his daughter Lily, 10 years old, wearing a backpack covered in star patches. Oh, this is perfect. Guys, check this out. We're about to do a wholesome helping the disabled thing. This is gonna get so many shares. Frank wipes sweat from his forehead. His hands shake slightly, not from weakness but from barely controlled frustration. The lug nuts won't budge. Daddy, maybe we should call Mr. Henderson. We're fine, baby girl. Your old man still got it. Just need to adjust my angle. He shifts his weight and we see him wince, a flash of pain crossing his weathered face. On his forearm, partially hidden by his sleeve, we glimpse a faded tattoo, an eagle with spread wings clutching a wrench. Jace approaches with his phone held high, his two friends trailing behind with their own cameras. Hey there, sir. Looks like you could use a hand. Frank looks up, squinting against the phone's light. I appreciate it, but I've got it handled. Dude, no judgment, but shouldn't you maybe let someone with, two working legs do the heavy lifting? His friends snicker off camera. Comments flood his live stream. OMG Jace skull, bro, that's savage lol. This man really said that. Lily's face flushes red. She looks down at her shoes. Son, I said I've got it, but thank you for your concern. The word son hits different. Frank's tone carries something, authority, experience, a warning. But Jace, drunk on his own importance, doesn't hear it. Okay, Captain Stubborn. But seriously, folks, should we help him or should we watch this become an epic fail compilation? He sets up a poll on his live stream. Help him thumbs up or watch thumbs down. What Jace didn't know, what he couldn't know, was that the man he was mocking had once built custom motorcycles for returning veterans, that Frank Dawson had served 2 tours in Afghanistan, that before an IED took his leg, he'd been nicknamed the Mechanic by his unit, and later by a motorcycle club called the Iron Eagles. Frank returns to his tire, jaw clenched, ignoring Jace completely. This is the wrong move for someone addicted to attention. Oh, we're getting the silent treatment now. Chat, should I help this guy or what? He steps closer, deliberately kicking Frank's toolbox. It tips over. Wrenches, sockets, and a well-worn socket wrench scatter across the oil-stained pavement. One rolls toward the highway. Stop it, those were Grandpa's tools. Oops, my bad, kiddo. Don't worry, I'm sure your dad can just hop over and grab them. Oh, wait. The moment freezes. Frank's hands ball into fists. His daughter's eyes well with tears. And 73 miles away, at a gas station just off I-40, a man built like a mountain, Tank, 52, president of the Iron Eagles MC, is filling his Harley when his phone buzzes. Tank, you need to see this, right now. Tank takes the phone. On the screen, Jace's live stream. He watches for 15 seconds, his jaw tightens. That's Frank. I thought he moved to Phoenix. His daughter's here, custody arrangement. Tank watches Jace kick a wrench toward the road, watches Lily's face crumple. Something ancient and dangerous ignites behind his eyes. Brothers, we ride, now. The Iron Eagles MC wasn't just a riding club. They were a brotherhood forged in the fires of war, bound by a code older than any law. You protect your own. And Frank Dawson, he was family. Back at the diner, Jace is in full performance mode. He's picked up one of Frank's wrenches and is pretending to struggle with it, making exaggerated grunting sounds. Guys, I think these tools are too heavy for me. How does a guy with one leg even lift these? His live stream chat is split. Bro, you're taking this too far. This is actually mean. Someone call the police. Now this is hilarious face with tears of joy. Frank slowly stands up. At his full height, he's imposing. Broad shoulders, calloused hands, eyes that have seen things Jace couldn't imagine. Put down my tools, walk away, we'll forget this happened. Or what, old man, you gonna chase me? Daddy, please, let's just go inside. Frank looks down at his daughter. Something in her pleading eyes breaks his heart more than any insult could. He's about to gather his tools, to retreat, to teach his daughter that sometimes the high road is the only road. When the sound hits, a deep, primal rumble that starts as a distant thunder and grows into an earthquake of chrome and horsepower. 12 motorcycles crest the hill like horsemen of the apocalypse, headlights blazing, exhaust pipes roaring. Jace's smile falters, his camera wavers. Guys, anyone else seeing this? The motorcycles enter the parking lot in perfect formation, a V-shape with Tank at the point. They don't park randomly. They create a semicircle around Jace, Frank, and Lily. Strategic, deliberate, inescapable. Engines cut one by one. The silence that follows is somehow louder than the roar. 12 bikers dismount. They're a study in contrast, some old, some young, all sizes and backgrounds. But they wear the same patch, an eagle clutching a wrench, the words Iron Eagles MC arcing above it. Tank removes his helmet slowly. His hair is gray, pulled back in a ponytail. A scar runs from his left temple to his chin, a souvenir from Fallujah. His eyes find Frank. Frank, that really you? Frank's face transforms, shock, relief, something like hope. Tank, what the hell are you doing here? Someone sent us a link, said one of our brothers needed backup. Reaper steps forward, 6'5", arms like tree trunks, neck tattoos of names and dates. He's missing his left ring finger. This the comedian. He nods at Jace, who's frozen in place, phone still streaming to 127,000 live viewers. Look, this is just a misunderstanding. I was gonna help him. This is entertainment, it's just entertainment. He takes 3 steps toward Jace. Each footfall seems to make the ground shake. Tell me something, boy. You think humiliating people is entertainment? I mean, it's just content, man. Everyone does it, it's just jokes. A joke is when everyone laughs. I don't see anyone laughing. A third biker steps forward, Maria, 45, the club's only female member, with arms that could bench press Jace. She kneels down to Lily's level. "Hey, sweetheart, what's your name?" "Lily." "That's a pretty name. Your daddy fixing that tire for you." Lily nods. "He's a good man, your daddy. One of the best. Did he ever tell you he used to build motorcycles for heroes?" Lily shakes her head. "He did, for men and women who came back from war missing pieces of themselves. Your dad gave them something to ride, something to feel free again, and you thought that was funny." Tank extends his hand toward Jace. "Give me your phone." "What? No, dude, I need my..." Reaper cracks his knuckles. The sound is like gunshots. "I'm not asking." Jace hands over his phone with shaking fingers. Tank scrolls through his TikTok profile, his face darkening with each swipe. The other bikers gather around, watching over his shoulder. Tank saw it all. The waitress Jace had made cry. The homeless veteran he'd mocked for clout. The elderly woman whose walker he'd accidentally knocked over. A greatest hits compilation of casual cruelty. 3 million followers. You built an empire on making people feel small. "It's my job. You don't understand how algorithms work." "Actually, I understand perfectly. I work in tech, and I know that empathy doesn't cost views. Kindness doesn't hurt engagement. You chose cruelty because it was easier." Tank tosses the phone to Frank. "Brother, this is your call. You want us to make him delete everything, throw his phone in the highway, or..." He lets the sentence hang. The implication is clear and terrifying. Frank catches the phone. He looks at it, sees Jace's profile, the millions of views, the monetization. Then he looks at his daughter, at the tears drying on her face. "No, I want him to understand." He walks closer to Jace. Despite his prosthetic, despite the limp, Frank moves with undeniable authority. He pulls out his worn leather wallet, the same one from the opening, and removes a photograph. "You see these men?" He holds up the photo. 8 young soldiers in desert camouflage, arms draped over each other, grinning despite the sand and heat and danger. Frank is there, younger, both legs intact. "This was my unit. Second tour, Afghanistan, 2011. We called ourselves the Desert Mechanics because we could fix anything, Humvees, generators, each other." His finger traces over faces in the photo. "This is Rodriguez, blown up by an IED 2 weeks before he was supposed to go home to his newborn daughter. This is Chen, sniper, never saw it coming. This is Thompson, Tommy, best friend I ever had. He stepped on a mine meant for me." His voice cracks. "Half of them never came home. The ones who did, we came back different, broken, learning to be human again." He looks directly into Jace's eyes. "So when you stand there with your phone and your followers and make jokes about missing legs, you're not just mocking me, you're spitting on their graves." The parking lot is silent except for the buzz of the diner's neon sign. Even Jace's live stream chat has gone quiet. I didn't know." "You didn't ask, that's the problem. You see a wounded man and think content. We see a brother." Reaper steps forward. "You think you're strong because you have 3 million people watching. Frank has 12 brothers who'd ride through hell for him. Which one of us is really winning?" In stories, redemption doesn't come from punishment. It comes from understanding, from doing the work. And tonight, Jace Ryder was about to put in some serious work. Tank makes a decision. "Here's what's going to happen. You're going to fix that tire properly. Frank's going to teach you how." "What? I don't know how to." "Then you're going to learn. And you're going to do it on your live stream. All 128,000 people watching. They're going to see you actually help someone for once in your miserable life." He tosses the phone back to Jace, who fumbles it. "And if you run, if you complain, if you make this about yourself, my brothers and I will make sure every sponsor, every brand deal, every platform knows exactly who you are. Not the edited version, The real you. Jace looks at the circle of bikers, at Frank, at Lily, at his phone still streaming, comments flooding in. Do it. Finally some real content. About time someone held him accountable. YESSSS, this is what we needed. Okay, I'll do it. What follows is a masterclass in humility. Frank, despite everything, is patient. He shows Jace how to properly position the jack, how to loosen lug nuts in a star pattern, how to check tire pressure. You start at the top, then you move opposite like this. It won't, I can't get it. It's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. She puts her small hands over Jace's, helps him turn the wrench. The lug nut breaks free. See, you just have to try. Something in Jace's face changes. For the first time tonight, he's not performing. He's not calculating angles or engagement rates. He's just there, present, human. It took 47 minutes to change that tire. 47 minutes of Jace listening, learning, sweating, understanding that tools have weight, that work requires effort, that respect isn't given, it's earned. When the spare tire is finally mounted and tightened, Jace stands back, hands dirty, face flushed. I'm sorry, I'm really truly sorry. Don't apologize to me, apologize to her. He nods at Lily. Jace kneels down. Lily, I was cruel, I made you cry. I embarrassed your dad when he was just trying to take care of you. I'm sorry. Lily looks at her father. Frank gives her a small nod. My daddy says everyone deserves a second chance, but only if they mean it. I mean it. Tank steps forward, phone in hand, but not Jace's phone, his own. Now here's the hard part. You're going to go through your profile. Every video where you humiliated someone, mocked someone, caused pain for entertainment, delete it, all of it, right now on stream. That's most of my content. That's millions of views. That's my income. That's blood money, boy. Jace looks at his phone. At the number, 2,847 videos, years of work, his entire brand, everything he's built. Choose the money or the man you could become. For the next hour and 33 minutes, 214,000 viewers watched Jace Ryder dismantle his own empire. One video at a time. Some people in the comments begged him to stop. Others cheered. But Jace didn't look at the comments. He just kept deleting. Delete, delete, delete. Videos disappearing, views evaporating, monetization vanishing. When he was done, his profile showed 47 videos remaining, mostly motorcycle content, travel vlogs, harmless comedy. It's done. Tank examines the phone, nods. Good, now the real work begins. He pulls out a business card. Iron Eagle's MC logo embossed in black leather. If you're serious about changing, prove it. This number connects you to a veteran motorcycle restoration project. Old bikes, broken down, left to rust. We fix them up and give them to vets who need them. Need volunteers who can learn, who can work with their hands, who can be useful. You want me to work for free. We want you to work for something that matters. Big difference. Frank adds, and if you ever make content again, make it mean something. Tell stories that lift people up. Give voice to those who have been silenced. Use your platform for something other than yourself. Jace takes the card with shaking hands. They say change is impossible, that people don't transform overnight. And they're right. Real change takes time, takes work, takes humility. Fade in 3 months later. A different Jace Ryder sits in a workshop, hands covered in grease, carefully polishing the chrome on a restored 1987 Harley Softail. He's lost weight. His clothes are simpler. His eyes are different, clearer, calmer. Beside him, Frank adjusts the carburetor. Easy on that buffer, chrome's temperamental. Like you. They share a genuine laugh, the kind that comes from real friendship, not performance. Jace uploaded a video 3 months after that night. Not a prank, not a stunt. a documentary titled The Mechanic Who Fixed More Than My Bike. We see clips of the documentary, Frank talking about his military service, his injury, his daughter, his love of motorcycles. Interviews with veterans whose lives were changed by restored bikes. The Iron Eagles explaining their code. It got 47 million views in 2 weeks, not because it was shocking, because it was real. Major sponsors reached out not for pranks, but to fund the Veteran Motorcycle Restoration Program. Dawson's Garage became a non-profit. Jace became its marketing director, using his skills to tell stories that mattered. Final scene, a massive Memorial Day ride. Hundreds of motorcycles line up outside a veteran's cemetery. Frank sits in a custom-built sidecar, his prosthetic leg painted with an American flag. His leather vest reads, "Protected by the Iron Eagles MC." Lily, now 11, sits behind him on a smaller bike, hands on Tank's shoulders, beaming with pride. She's wearing her own junior patch. And beside them, Jace on a modest Harley Sportster, wearing a leather vest that reads Iron Eagles honorary member and below it, EARNED, not given. Tank pulls up alongside them. "You ready for this, kid?" "Brother, I was born ready." "Brother, I like the sound of that." The engines roar to life. 200 motorcycles moving as one, riding for those who can't. As they pull onto the highway, Jace's phone buzzes. A notification. His latest video, "Why I Deleted Everything and Started Over," has hit 50 million views. He glances at it, smiles, and puts the phone away. The views don't matter anymore. What matters is the wind in his face, the brothers beside him, and the knowledge that for the first time in years, he's living for something bigger than himself. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but Jace wasn't old. He was lost, and sometimes all it takes is 12 strangers and one wounded warrior to show you the way home. The convoy disappears over a hill, American flags waving, exhaust pipes singing, the sun setting behind them in shades of gold and red. In a world chasing likes, some still chase honor. You can lose followers and still find family, and brotherhood, that's forever.